conserve resources? A tricky question. We have just one world. If we don't care, we have not a second world where we can live on. It is big, we don't see the borders, but the resources are limited and that's need to be preserved.
Hello everyone! Today Просто team is in the Focke-Service office in St. Petersburg, and today we will have an interesting conversation about ecology with Andreas Bone, General Director of Focke-Service St. Petersburg. So we are ready to start. Hello Andreas.
Hello Natalie.
Firstly, we would like to tell a little bit more about your background and background of the company. What is your company specialized on?
Okay, my name is Andreas Bone. I am educated in a German university as an electrical engineer and started my career 30 years ago in the German industry before I merged to this company 28 years ago. I started there as a project engineer and ended up now to be as the general director of the subsidiary of Focke-Service St. Petersburg in Russia.
That's interesting way, yeah. And what is about your company? Basically, what you are producing and what is your company about? What is specialized on?
Focke in general is specialized in the packing industry, mostly in the nutrition and food industry. Since 1955, Mr. Dr. Heinz Focke founded the company in Bremen in the north of Germany, and throughout the years we become one of the world manufacturers, leaders of the manufacturing of packing machinery and selling our machines around the globe. In the beginning of 2000 years, we were very lucky to sell a lot of machines into the Russian Federation as the tobacco industry and the food industry started to merge with international companies. So we had the opportunity and the chance to deliver a lot of machines, which required to set up a local service company, which is now Focke-Service St. Petersburg, founded in 2008 and since 12 years in operation.
Oh, that's a lot. And yeah, it's a long way actually. And a few years ago you started to focus more on ecology, and why have you decided to go green?
This is a very interesting question. At the beginning we were booked with the organization in Russia to learn how Russia bureaucracy, how Russia rules are working. But my background is German, so I was used to eco-friendly business, to separate waste and all these thoughts to be environmental free. Once we have settled here, we started to think what we can do in addition to attract our company to the industry. Well, the industry is very interested in protecting environmental, and to attract it to our employees. The basic idea is that we have just one world. Just one source of resources which we have to care about. If we don't care, we have not a second world where we can live on. It is big, we don't see the borders, but the resources are limited and that's need to be preserved.
Actually, and why do you think it's important for companies to care about nature, about sustainable development?
If we all go out into the nature, we are happy to see an untouched nature, a clean nature. So we have to start to change the mindset of people to think about how to preserve the nature, how to preserve resources. So we were thinking what we as a company can do. We are just a satellite of Focke. which has 2,000 employees worldwide. We are 16 employees here in St. Petersburg. What can we do to serve resources? And together with All Good, we started to analyze our business processes where we saw where we can improve. And luckily, together with All Good, we were able to save, from the CO2 emission point of view, 25% by just some actions we took in our small office.
And how can you assess, I guess, the attitude of people in Germany and in Russia, their attitude to ecology, to be green, and all this stuff?
A tricky question, because the mindset is completely different. In Europe or Germany, I would say, the ideas to preserve nature is very much evolved. And in Russia, the idea to evolve the economy has first priority, like in Germany after the Second World War. There, the first priority was to develop the economy, and environmental protection was not on the first place. So here we are in a similar situation, that the industry needs to be more modernized, and this is eating up all the ideas and all the creativity. Luckily, we can see in the last years that there is a change in this mindsetting. More and more Russian people, more and more Russian organizations are thinking about what can be done to protect our environment, what can be done to not waste our resources. And we are using this, and we are thinking about this, and are lucky that we are part of it.
That's nice. And what about your employees? When you hire people, new people, is it valuable for new employees to be eco-friendly? Is it important metric for you?
To a certain extent, yes. The first important point is that they fit into the team. We are a very small team. We are making sure that new team members are fitting to the family, that they have the professional skills to fulfill their task. And of course, the next step is that they are having a certain understanding of environmental understanding, supporting us in our activities, not to waste electric energy, for example, or to separate waste, or to make sure that we are printing double sides where it is always possible, or where old paper can be used twice, all these kind of things.
From your perception and from your background experience, is it the same for every international company, the same concerns?
I believe it's becoming more and more that this is becoming available for all international companies. We all understand that the resources are limited. And we have to make sure that we use them in a very good way.
And the last but not the least question, what is the most challenging in making office or manufacturing to be green?
Find the last bits to bring to the puzzle together in order to save. When you operate, you cannot operate without energy. We have to consume electricity. Every laptop, every screen is using this kind of energy. But where to find the last bit to save energy? That's one thing. To analyze your processes, to find the points where you need to change the process in order to save something. And in the mindsetting of the employees, it's an educational process, it's discussion to make them aware of what is going on. It's challenging, but it's good that we have the chance and the support by All Good.
How long did it take to become more eco-friendly, or are you still in the process?
It is a long process. A year ago, we started to think about, together with All Good. And within this year, we could achieve a lot of things. As I said before, we already could reduce our electric consumption by 25% by using LED or by more intelligent use of PCs or ventilation systems and so on. It is a never-ending process because the conditions around are changing. More and more recycle availabilities are available, so we can separate more and more waste. We can use more and more technologies to refill toners for the printers, for example, or to use recyclable paper. We have to make sure that they are working in the printing machines and things like this. Yeah, we are continuing this. We know where we need to look further into the details to be more environmental free.
Mm-hmm. Thank you a lot, Andreas, for your answering. And we are ready, I think, just to... You have like really big office and you presented it already, but maybe we can just walk around to have a small excursion just to show it to our audience how your office looks like.
You're welcome. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We started here within our organization to inform the employees of the collectability for old batteries. So we have a place here where all the employees, when they have old batteries from home, can place the batteries in. The next what we did is that we equipped the whole office and replaced all lights and light bulbs with LED. And this gave us 20% on energy saving. The next thing is that for those notebooks we are using recycled papers and recyclable pins. When we talk about paper, we got rid of all additional printers we had in the office. We had 3 additional printers. We just have 1, and the color printer. These 2 are the printers in this office. We are using refillable cartridges. And so the next step is that we are testing to use eco-friendly paper with a smaller grammage, so we have to make sure that it works on the printer.
Is it any limitations for number or amount of printed pages for employees?
No, we have not set any limitations, but in addition to reducing the printer, we got in the process of electronic document exchange with our suppliers, and we could already reduce 30% of our papers by just going into an electronic management system of documents with our suppliers. The next step is, in order to further reduce the paper consumption, that we go in contact with our customers and to establish there the electronic document exchange for the primary documents for the delivery. So that will be another 30%, which we might think we can achieve.
These good results, actually.
And last but not least, we also motivated our employees for waste separation, and not only waste separation of the office waste, but also private. We offer them the possibility that if they collect and separate waste, plastic, glass, paper, that they can bring it to the office, and we organize it then, the transportation to the recycling plants.
Mm-hmm. Do you have a special company who help you with transportation of this recycle?
Yeah, we have Eco-Taxi who is using this. The next step will be that once we have separated the waste in these different bins here, that we will contact the collection system in St. Petersburg, city organized for plastic. One other topic we made is that we had formerly here a drinking water suspender with plastic bottles which need to be cleaned, which need to be transported in the city. And we replaced it by a filter system for the water purifying. And we are now using this to our tap here for the drinking water. It saves not only energy, electricity, it also saves all the transportation of the filled and empty bottles, and the bottles itself. And yeah, these are the small steps we did in our office to mindset the employees and ourselves for more eco-friendly behavior.
Yeah, that's very cool examples. Thank you so much for sharing this experience.
Thank you very much, and I hope we could inspire others to follow a little bit step by step on this road.
Yeah. You should definitely share these best practices with other companies, not even international companies in Russia, but with Russian companies. Like we have a lot of huge companies, and they still not that much aware about environment, and that we have to save it because we have, like, I like your phrase that you said that we just have one world and we don't have another one, so we have to care and keep it now.
More than happy, and I would emphasize this, that without our partner who gave us a hand on this way, all good, we would not have achieved what we have achieved now, and more than happy together with All Good to spread out this news.
Наталья, подскажите, пожалуйста, как вы начали сотрудничество с компанией?
Мы начали сотрудничество с Focke, когда познакомились с Андреасом на одном онлайн-мероприятии, где я рассказывала о нашем агентстве, о наших методологиях, и ему понравилось то, что мы делаем, он захотел попробовать у себя. И мы были очень рады, потому что это возможность международного сотрудничества, сотрудничества с международной компанией, поэтому нам было очень интересно.
А чем запомнился именно этот проект? Потому что у вас огромное количество их.
Ну, конечно, прежде всего, это был наш первый международный проект. Компания Focke-Service St.Pb, она зарегистрирована в России, но, как рассказал, наверное, Андреас, она является частью большой семьи международных компаний, и весь проект делался на английском. Мы переделали наши документы под этот проект специально, чтобы общаться с клиентом по-английски и собирать данные. И это было, конечно, вызовом, но мы справились, и я думаю, что нашим агентам это было полезно для развития.
А какие вехи, стадии проекта были и что уже сделано?
Уже много чего сделано. Мы основной блок сотрудничества провели в прошлом году. Самыми главными процессами была оценка экоследа компании и рекомендации по его сокращению. И мы применили тогда в один из первых разов такую Lean Green технологию, которая совмещает анализ бизнес-процессов и их оптимизацию с сокращением потребления бумаги. То есть в этом проекте мы, наверное, вышли на новый уровень безбумажного офиса. Мы показали в компании наглядно, как устроен документооборот, сколько он занимает времени, сколько он занимает ресурсов. И потом привели процесс к более сокращенному виду, за счет чего процессы стали быстрее и бумаги стало меньше потребляться.
А как со стороны вы можете оценить прогресс компании к приближению становления эко-френдли?
Да, я думаю, что компания очень продвинулась, и сейчас, спустя некоторое время, приходя в офис, я вижу изменения, вижу контейнеры для раздельного сбора. Я также слышу, как сотрудники общаются и обсуждают эти моменты, которые важны для них. И для нас самое главное, что этот процесс живет и по-прежнему продолжается, потому что, наверное, совершенными в плане экодружелюбия быть очень сложно, но то, что в компании, начиная от руководителя, все об этом так или иначе задумываются и стараются делать максимум, это самое главное.
А как у вас выстроена коммуникация с Focke? Вы как-то приезжаете, контролируете процессы или это уже отлаженная система?
Нет, сейчас компания, после проекта компания вносила изменения самостоятельно, мы поддерживали их дистанционно, были на связи по электронной почте и через Zoom. Мы вообще стараемся лишний раз не ездить на встречи, потому что это дополнительный транспортный экослед, и мы очень продвигаем идеи удаленной работы. Но, конечно, живое общение с клиентом — это ценно, и когда мы приезжаем, мы предлагаем что-то новое. Сейчас у нас есть дополнительный виток проекта, небольшой, в котором мы пытаемся еще больше позитивного влияния на окружающую среду оказать, но, наверное, я не буду сейчас это раскрывать, потому что это еще не законченные работы.
Угу. Спасибо вам большое, Наталья, за то, что поделились опытом, и спасибо за то, что вы делаете.
Спасибо вам, что осветили наш проект.